Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to share some important tips about keeping your rabbits healthy and safe. Whether they live inside or outside, I've had a few rabbits before, and though some of them faced some tough challenges, they taught me a lot about how to care for them properly. Let's dive into what you need to know to give your rabbit the best life possible. First, let's talk about where your rabbit should live. Some rabbits love being indoors, where they can interact with you more and be safe from outdoor dangers. Others enjoy having space to hop around outside. But if your rabbit has access to an outdoor area, you need to be aware of the risks, especially predators. I was lucky. My rabbits were strong and could defend themselves when necessary. But not all rabbits are that lucky. Outdoor rabbits are at risk from foxes, birds of prey, dogs, and even stray cats. Even if they're in a fenced area, some predators can dig under fences or attack from above. It only takes a few seconds for a predator to grab a rabbit, and unfortunately, many outdoor rabbits don't get the chance to fight back. If you plan to let your rabbits spend time outside, make sure their area is fully secured. Use solid fencing, a covered top, and buried mesh to prevent digging predators from getting in. It's also best to bring them inside at night, when predators are most active. Next, let's talk about spaying your rabbit. Many people worry that spaying is painful for females, but in reality, it's one of the best things you can do for your rabbit's health. Not only does it help prevent unwanted pregnancies, but it can also protect your bunny from certain diseases and health conditions. In fact, I had one rabbit who suffered from a severe hormonal disorder and Addison's disease, two really serious health problems. This made her extremely reckless. She would jump everywhere, destroying furniture and making a mess all around the house. It was like she couldn't control her energy at all. But after she was spayed, everything improved dramatically and she became a lot more calm and healthy. So, while spaying might sound intimidating, it can really help improve a rabbit's quality of life. Now, let's talk about diet, another key part of your rabbit's health. The number one thing your rabbit needs to eat is hay. It should make up about 80% of their diet and is so important for digestion and dental health. But what happens if your rabbit refuses to eat hay? Well, I had one of my rabbits who suddenly stopped eating hay, and it ended up very badly. Without enough fiber from hay, their digestive system slowed down, leading to a condition called gastrointestinal stasis. This can cause painful bloating, loss of appetite, and even become life-threatening if not treated immediately. If your rabbit ever refuses hay, it's so important to encourage them to eat it again. Try offering different types of hay, like Timothy hay or meadow hay, and mix in fresh greens like parsley or cilantro. This will help tempt your rabbit's taste buds while still giving them the fiber they need. One of the most important things you can do for your rabbit is vaccination. Many people think that if their rabbit lives indoors, they don't need vaccines, but that's not true. Even if your rabbit never goes outside, they can still be exposed to dangerous viruses and parasites. There are two major diseases that every rabbit owner should vaccinate against. Myxomatosis, a deadly virus spread by mosquitoes, fleas, and flies. Even if your rabbit never goes outdoors, insects can still bring this disease inside. Rabbit hemorrhagic disease. This is an extremely contagious and fatal disease that spreads through contact with infected surfaces, hay, vegetables, or even your shoes. Even a simple thing like feeding fresh grass from outside can introduce these viruses to your rabbit. And parasites like fleas, ticks, and worms can sneak in on other pets, second-hand hay, or even you. That's why every rabbit, whether they live inside or outside, should always be vaccinated and protected against parasites. Vaccination is quick, easy, and life-saving. A simple visit to the vet once a year can prevent suffering and even save a rabbit's life. So don't take the risk. Make sure your bunny stays protected. If your rabbit lives outside, weather is a big consideration. In places like Belgium, with unpredictable weather, you need to make sure your rabbit has a safe, weatherproof shelter to protect them from rain and cold temperatures. When a heavy rainstorm hit, one of my rabbits wasn't able to get shelter in time, and it caused serious health issues. To prevent this, always ensure your rabbit's shelter is elevated and waterproof. Keep an eye on the weather forecast and make sure your rabbit is always safe from the elements. If a storm or cold weather is expected, bring your rabbit indoors or move them to a safer, drier spot. Rabbits are curious creatures and they might want to meet your other pets. I've had cats and rabbits living together, and I've seen two very different reactions from my rabbits. One of my rabbits was very protective and actually attacked my cat, while the other was more friendly and just wanted to chat with the cat. It's important to take things slowly and always supervise interactions between rabbits and other pets to ensure everyone stays safe. If you have other pets, always introduce them gradually. Start with a barrier like a gate to let them sniff each other from a safe distance. Never leave them unsupervised until you're sure they're getting along. One of the biggest mistakes people make is keeping rabbits in small cages. Rabbits are active, intelligent animals that need space to run, jump, and explore. Keeping them in a tiny cage all day is cruel and can cause serious health problems. When rabbits don't get enough space or exercise, they can develop muscle weakness, obesity, and even painful conditions like arthritis. Their joints need regular movement to stay strong, and when they're stuck in a cage all the time, they suffer just like a human who never gets to walk or stretch. That's why rabbits should have a large enclosure and plenty of time outside of it every day. Whether inside the house or in a secure outdoor space, they need room to run, hop, and explore. And just like dogs, rabbits love to gnaw and nibble. Chewing helps their teeth healthy and prevents overgrowth, which can lead to painful dental problems. Giving them safe chew toys, hay, and wooden sticks is essential for their well-being. Imagine spending your entire life in a tiny space where you can barely move. Sounds horrible, right? That's why no rabbit should ever be kept in a cage all the time. Give your bunny the freedom they deserve, and they'll live in a much happier, healthier life. Finally, don't forget the importance of regular vet visits. Rabbits can hide signs of illness really well, so it's important to keep an eye on their eating habits, energy levels, and overall behavior. If you ever notice something unusual, like your rabbit not eating, being lethargic, or acting strangely, it's time to visit the vet. Taking care of a rabbit is a big responsibility, but with a little attention to their diet, environment, and health, your rabbit can live a long and happy life. Thanks for watching, and I hope these tips help your bunny stay healthy and strong. Bye bye!